Welcome. Today we'll be talking about a campaign to honor people age 60 and better who have made our state a difference. Last year, Duncaster launched their first 60 over 60 awards. These awards showcased 60 people over the age of 60 who represented the doers and dreamers of Connecticut. The 2017 class of 60 over 60 included people from 25 towns across the state, including Simsbury. They were nominated by colleagues, friends, family members, and admirers. Among those chosen for that first class of 60 over 60 were people who started businesses, dedicated their lives to public service, authors, artists, poets, volunteers, caregivers, healthcare professionals, and executives of some of the state's most influential institutions. Nominations for the 2018 class of 60 over 60 are now open. With us today is Carol Ann McCormick, Doncaster's Vice President of Sales and Marketing, who will talk about the awards and the 2018 search for those we admire and those who inspire. Welcome, Carol Ann.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about how the 60 over 60 awards were created.
Well, it was over coffee one day talking about the 40 over 40, 40 under 40, and we were saying, really, people that are 60, 70, 80 are the people who are really making things happen and making a mark in Connecticut. So why not seek out and honor those people?
So you created the awards. Last year was the first year for them. Yes. And what did you find? How was the search?
It was wonderful. A lot of fun. There were well over 60 nominations last year, which had to be whittled down to 60 who were, the most admirable. The response was overwhelming. Many accolades. It was exciting. People from all over the state ended up receiving awards and being recognized, and it was just a great way to highlight so many of the things that people do to contribute, and that people don't stop contributing just because they're 60, 65, or 98.
So what kinds of people are you looking for?
Okay, so we're looking for somebody who is doing something that's maybe remarkable. Maybe it's impacting 2 people, or maybe 27 or 2,000. Somebody who's very inspirational in what they're doing. Somebody who maybe is philanthropic or is just giving of their own time.
Now, is it just in this area?
In the whole state of Connecticut. So people can nominate somebody from any town in Connecticut.
Can anyone nominate?
Anyone can nominate. You can actually, if you're watching this and you happen to be visiting and you live in Pennsylvania, but you know of someone who's remarkable or inspiring in Connecticut, the nominators do not have to live in Connecticut.
The nominators don't, but the nominees, they have to be Connecticut residents?
Yes, the nominees must be Connecticut residents at least 5 months of the year.
Okay, because a lot of times people live in multiple locations.
Yes.
And what about self-nominations? Are you accepting those?
Yes, people can nominate themselves as well, and people can nominate multiple people. Each nomination is submitted individually, however.
And how do you do that? How do you nominate someone?
Well, you go online, you can search 60 over 60, or you can go directly to Doncaster.org, and we have a special area within that website where people can nominate individuals of their choosing.
And when do the nominations have to be submitted?
The deadline is February 13th, so don't wait till the last minute. Please make your nominations happen now.
And so the criteria for someone to nominate?
The person who is going to be the recipient must have turned 60 2 days ago, or they can be any age above 60, but they have to be 60 as of January 1, 2018 for this year's round.
Okay. And what about references and CVs and things like that? Do you require those?
Well, they're not required. If you have them, fine, but that's not required at all.
Okay. And so you can nominate more than one person. You do it on the website. And remind us again of the deadline?
February 13th. So put your thinking cap on now, really. It's remarkable what the individuals from last year's winners.
And speaking of last year's winners, I guess some of those people will be judging this year?
Yes, we have 3 of last year's winners that are judges, actually one from Simsbury. Someone from Simsbury was a winner last year and is a judge, and they will be deciding who the next 60 are.
And when will how will you know if you got nominated? How will you know if you're a winner?
If you're a winner, both you, the winner, and the person who nominated you will be notified, but not until probably March.
Okay. And so it's a big honor. What kind of accolades, what will happen to the winners?
Okay. Well, the winners all receive an award. There's also a special publication that is distributed statewide that will appear their photograph as well as the reason that they were chosen as a winner. There's a special reception that occurs in May where the awards are received actually for all of the winners. So there's quite a few things. I know last year almost all the towns who had winners also published stories about the winners in their town newspaper. Larger newspapers also published. You can actually even go online and see last year's winners and read about them if that makes you curious or gives you an idea.
And 5 of them were from Simsbury, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah, it was wonderful.
So just to wrap up, nominations are due by February 13th. You can do it online.
Yes.
And how do you do that?
You go to www.duncaster.org, and there's a special section just for 60 over 60 nominations. You can also Google 60 over 60 2018, and that'll get you there as well.
Excellent. And if people have any questions?
There's information online that can tell you who to call or email if there are questions.
Excellent. Well, we would like a lot of nominations, and please join us in honoring people statewide who are 60 or better, and get your nominations by February 13th. Thanks for watching.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.